Hey everyone. Myself was on this stream yard and was not live and just doing my video until I looked up and noticed I did not push the live button. And I went through 15 minutes, y'all. It wasn't even on live. This is crazy, y'all. You can tell I'm not used to this, okay? But anyway, welcome to Shay's too. Thank you all for watching. I don't know if anybody's going to watch this because people are at work and doing whatever they do on Friday. Happy Friday. Have a blessed day and have a blessed weekend as well. I hope your week was good also. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do this live because people will see it when the video is posted. All right. And thank you to all my subbies who's been with me from day one. Thank you to all my new subbies and welcome to my channel. Okay, let me just first tell you guys that my channel still does hauls and shopping walkthroughs, but I also decided to start to do these lives. You know what I'm saying? To be more involved in my YouTube channel. My lives will always consist of some current news that nobody else is covering and whatever I decide to talk about at that time. Today's discussion will be about aging gracefully. Okay. But before I talk about that, I want to update you on some news that I gave you and give you some new news. Okay. Thank you to all that's in the bushes, whoever watched this video, whoever come in the chat. Thank you for joining Shay's too. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay. I usually would have done this video later, but I don't know exactly what time I'm coming back home. So that's why I wanted to get on here and do this morning. But it's almost afternoon here, but it's only 11 something here. Okay, so remember that story, guys, I told you about the catfishing cop who killed the family and took the girl? Okay, I'm going to update you guys on that. Okay, so the catfishing cop, pretending to be 17, groomed the California girl before killing her family. Then he killed himself. Okay, this was a news update 2 days ago. Okay, so the 28-year-old Virginia cop who killed 3 family members of a Riverside teenager had posed online as a teen to groom the 15-year-old girl, the Riverside Police Department said Wednesday. Austin Lee Edwards portrayed himself as a 17-year-old while communicating online with the girl, using grooming methods, which can include tactics such as asking for and offering sexually explicit images, providing gifts, and offering compliments, the Riverside Police Chief Larry Gonzalez said at a news conference. Gonzalez said it is still under investigation how long the digital relationship between Edwards and the teen girl transpired and what platform they used to meet or communicate. But investigators believe many of those typical exploitative strategies for sextortion were used in this case. This type of victimization takes place across every platform, social media, messaging apps, gaming platforms, and etc. I need to take this gum out of my mouth, okay, y'all? This is yet another horrific reminder of the predators existing online who prey on our children, he said. If you already had this conversation with your kids on how to be safe online and on social media, please have it again. And if you haven't had this conversation, start it now to protect them. Police believe Edwards, who was a newly sworn-in law enforcement officer in rural Southwest Virginia, connected with the teen girl online by catfishing, pretending to be someone he's not. Then he drove across the country to her home in Riverside, California, where he killed her mother and grandparents and set fire to the home before driving off with the girl. His vehicle was later stopped in San Bernardino County, where authorities initially said he was killed in a shootout with the police. But the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department announced Wednesday that he died of a self-inflicted gunshot injury. Okay. The girl was not harmed and is now in the care of Child Protective Services, CPS. The 3 family members who were killed were the dad, who was 69. He was a longtime baseball and softball coach at Arlington High School. His wife, who was 65, she was a devoted grandmother and mother, and their daughter, Brooke, 38, a single mother of 2 teenage girls. And then also he allegedly manipulated the girl, the 15-year-old girl. and they all lived together in a Riverside house. That's a shame. The second daughter was not at home at the time of the killing, and of course she's very sad about this and all that. I'm not gonna um, read every little thing this article says, okay, but I will read this part right here. The Virginia officer who showed up at the family's home Friday had completed the police academy earlier this year. According to Virginia law enforcement officials, he had just been newly hired as a patrol deputy with the county sheriff office just 10 days before his rampage in Riverside. The other daughter claimed that Edwards tried to kidnap her niece. Riverside police officials said they are not yet describing the interaction as an abduction, as they are still combing through physical and digital evidence, trying to understand whether she was coerced or threatened to get into Edwards' car. And see, this is why I tell people when they think they can go online on these encrypt and special pay apps, they think they can't be traced. Don't think that you can't be, because you can if they want to find out information about you. So be careful when y'all be writing stuff online. If you can't take it like a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying? Then don't write stuff, because they can find out information that you write, regardless if you think you deleted it or erased it off the hard drive and all this other stuff. They got ways to finding out, if stuff was written or typed or if it was sent and whose phone it come from and everything. Even when you use a dummy phone, they can trace everything back, because you're not that clever. You know what I'm saying? And definitely if you use those little proxy numbers, those are definitely can be traceable and everything. These people are so dodo birdish in this world today. They just don't think when they do stuff. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so they said on Friday morning when this event happened, they said neighbors called in about a female who appeared to be in distress while getting into a red Kia Soul with a male driver. Soon after, calls came in about a fire at the home. The firefighters responded. They found 3 bodies in the entryway of the home, and upon pulling them outside, officials quickly ruled their deaths as a homicide or homicide. I always say that word wrong. Riverside Police spokesperson Ryan Railsback didn't expound on the cause of death or injuries, but called it a very disturbing crime scene. He also said it appeared the fire was intentionally ignited. Several hours later, and almost 200 miles from the home, authorities spotted Edwards' vehicle in Kelso, which is a part of unincorporated San Bernardino County, according to a statement from the sheriff's coroner. When a SWAT team attempted to intercept Edwards' car, he led local deputies on a chase, during which he shot at the SWAT vehicle multiple times, officials said. Eventually, Edwards drove off the road. In San Bernardino County, sheriff deputies rescued the teen who had been inside the car during the chase. Deputies fired at Edwards after he pointed a gun at a sheriff's department helicopter, officials said. The authorities later determined the fatal injury was self-inflicted. The Blandon says she is grateful her niece is alive and called her neighbors to look out for one another, as she said her parents' community did. That is a daggone shame, y'all. But this dude was a deputy sheriff, and he concocted all this stuff up, okay? Now, he's supposed to be protecting the community, but instead he goes out, get online, probably looked at a bunch of girls, and then found one that he liked and wanted to groom. He pretended to be 17. And you know what? Just if he was 17 and the girl is 15, you're still too old to be talking to a 15-year-old. Okay? But since this dude was actually 28 years old, he really should have been ashamed of himself. And this is why I had said in my other video, parents need to make sure that they talk to their children, both female and male, and let them know what's up in this world. Let them know what people online can do, so they can be, prepared for stuff and won't be suckered into situations with people online. There's ways of parents where to teach their children how you can spot a person or tell when a person is not actually the age, especially saying that you're 17. It's just certain things that 17-year-olds say that even when a grown-up tries to pretend like they're 17, they just don't be knowing or know what they mean. So that's why we as parents have to teach our kids to be more alert, not to be, I'm gonna say desperate, because you have to be. Some of these kids do be desperate. They want friends. They want a boyfriend or girlfriend. They just be talking to these people. They sometimes they even know these people are older, but they just go ahead and talk to them. So that's why we have to definitely teach our kids not to be desperate for friends or boyfriends or girlfriends. We have to teach them safety precautions to know and to take when they meet someone online. Because you know they're going to talk to people online. So let's not pretend like they're not going to talk to people online, because you know they are. That's why you have to teach them what to look out for, because this is not new. Men and women have been doing this for the longest, posing as posing as kids, and they are grown. You even have some kids that pose as grown-ups. Okay, so we have to be cautious. Ask the person to show themselves in a video so you can see. Teach your girls, especially, and boys too, what some of these people do, how they groom. If you don't know how people are groomed, you need to look it up. And then teach your kids how people groom them in order to get them to do stuff. Anytime anybody asks you for a nude picture online, any kid, you should not be sending those at all. At all. You shouldn't even be sending pictures at all, period, nude, because you're too young. But if you get into a relationship online and you're underage, anyway, you just should not be sending pictures to anyone. Okay, point blank. You can't even barely send a new picture to a grown-up, let alone a kid. Okay, another kid. So this is what we need to teach our girls, especially. Don't be sending nude pictures out. I don't care how much you like this dude. Period. Just don't be sending them out. And don't be accepting money from these people online and gifts either, because those are traits of grooming. Sending money, gifts, and things like that. Okay? Even sending nude pictures to them. They don't care about sending a nude picture to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want yours. That's a part of grooming. That's what people do. And so we as parents, we have to teach our girls and boys, especially our girls, because the girls know they be doing all this stuff, not to send out pictures to these dudes online. Period. And to show them, oh, wow, they had an earthquake here. Okay, in Central California, not here, but not in my area. But anyway, show them not to be desperate. Show them, place values in them and morals, so they won't be doing these certain things online. And under no circumstance, I don't know if this dude talked to this girl and told her that he was going to do certain things, or we need to get rid of your parents. I don't know. But if people do this online, you definitely tell your parents and get away from this person. Period. Get away from them, because you got people out here doing crazy stuff to be with underage, even grown women and men. So we got to teach our kids, okay, for real, and develop a high self-esteem in them as well, and let them know that at 15 years old, you don't still need to be online talking to not even a 17-year-old, okay? Because 17 is almost 18. He's like almost a grown man, and you're still a child. Okay, let's stay in this little kid's place. Okay, let's not grow up too fast. And that's what we need to teach our kids. Stay in a kid's place and not grow up too fast. Okay, and if you do have a child and she wants to date, then you let her date at 15. You need to teach her the things that go with it. And also teach this girl or boy what predators do online. Because there are many predators online that definitely prey upon young, underage girls and boys. And they come in male or female. Okay? So we have to definitely teach them this so things like this won't happen. All right? And thank God that the neighbors was so into watching cars and stuff in the neighborhood that they noticed that a car came there that wasn't normally there, and they noticed stuff, because no telling what else would have happened. I just wish the parents and the other daughter wouldn't have got, killed and stuff. That's a shame. But if I get any more updates on that news article, guys, I'm gonna let you guys know. All right. So the next article that I want to tell you about is, I got off the page by mistake. Okay. What about this 2 men charged in the murder of a 12-year-old girl in West? Let me see what it says. God, these people are crazy. That's why I said I cannot cover the same cases that everybody else on social media covers, because There are many different things happening in this world today, okay, that is just as horrific as all the other cases that they talk about consistently on YouTube, like this one right here. Two men were charged in the murder of a 12-year-old girl in West Inglewood. This is in Chicago, I guess. Two men with criminal records have been charged with first-degree murder in the shooting of a 12-year-old girl. Chief of Detectives Brandon Dinahan told reporters three men in a car began shooting at another car and struck this little girl celebrating her birthday with family in Chicago lawn. Oh, she was cute too. Malik Parrish, 22, who police says has 11 prior arrests, and Abdul Ali, or whatever, however you pronounce his name, 20, were charged with murder and related offenses. Ali was also facing aggravated gun charges in a previous case. Let me stop right there. I want to know, why does the justice system allow certain people to be out of jail when they do certain offenses, and then they go off and do something else? They also said that car was stolen, okay? So one of the suspects confessed, Dinahan said, but he did not say which suspect admitted to the crimes. Dinahan credited the anonymous witness with information that helped detectives build their case. Police said that the other dude was in a car, that the little girl was in a car with her family in the 7,200 block of South Oakley Avenue in March when someone started shooting from the street and a bullet hit her in the head. That's a shame. Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown said the little girl had just celebrated her birthday and was on her way back from a birthday dinner with her family when she was shot. That's a daggone shame. And she had on her little crown and everything. Police sources said three men were in the area when they saw a car pass by. One of them pulled out a gun and started shooting at another car. As this was happening, the little girl was a relative in the back seat of their car that was going by. That relative heard gunshots and then realized the girl had been hit in the back of her head. The third person is still at large. That's a damn shame, y'all. I had to cuss right there because people be just shooting and stuff and doing crazy stuff, okay? Y'all need to think before y'all start pulling out these you-know-whats and start doing the most, okay? Just randomly doing that, shooting at a car because you may be mad at somebody or whatever the case is. You got to think about who else is in the car. Crazy people. You don't just start shooting at people's houses and cars and stuff and don't know who else is in the car, like a child. And you talk about you don't care, okay? But you run like a coward. When you do acts and you think you're the man, don't run. Be the man and come forth like a man. Y'all people be out here doing the most crimes and be scared when the police is called or when you got to go to jail. And I know this is true because what people have told me, that's in law enforcement, how people do when they get picked up. If you're going to be grown enough and a man enough or even woman enough to commit a crime, keep that same energy when the police come to arrest you. This was a coward. He shot into the car and killed an innocent little girl. This girl cannot even finish living her life, okay? She would never experience anything else because she's dead. Not awake, just dead, period. And the family members, the mom, the dad, or whatever, they would never get over this, period. They would never get over this. And the person who shot her and all of the people who were involved, y'all should be ashamed. They should be ashamed of themselves. They really should be. Let me tell y'all something. I believe I don't believe in the death penalty, but I believe in it regarding certain crimes. When someone kills a child on purpose, it should be death penalty, okay? Straight up. Because these kids are innocent. They're not doing anything to you. Because of your foolishness and your lack of self-control and arrogance and stupidity, you shoot in a car and you injure someone, a child, that didn't have anything to do with what you were shooting for. Y'all got to think when y'all want to start hurting people and want to shoot people and things like that. You can go around taking out anger in the wrong way. Okay, you have to think about your actions and think about the repercussions as well. Y'all want to commit these crimes and you want to run. You guys are not men and women when you run. We'll be straight up about that. Because let me tell you something, even when I had to use self-defense, I never ran. Never. Even when I had to protect myself when that dude ran up to my car 2 years ago, I never ran. I called the police. I never ran. Okay? So when you have that energy to commit the crimes, have that same energy when you get caught. Point blank. Keep that same energy. That pissed me off when I read that story, y'all. I don't like that. That's not good. From time and time again, I read stories like that, and people are still. Let me read this because I'm tired of this, y'all. Wait. Let me just do this. And people, men and women, are still doing stuff, putting innocent people and children in jeopardy or killed. That's not good. We, and that's people in general, must do better. Point blank. Must. Stop all this violence. Unless it's self-defense. And that's it. Okay? Gosh. 12 years old. She can't even go on her first date. She can't go to a prom. She can't see another birthday, see holidays, it's Christmas season, none of that. Gosh. Here's another one. Barbershop owner gunned down and murdered while cutting an 8-year-old child's hair. Y'all got to do better. For real. A barbershop owner has been gunned down and murdered in his own shop while he was in the middle of cutting an 8-year-old child's hair. You can't even take your child to a daggone barbershop now, okay, in the hood or nowhere else, without some person feeling the need to shoot down somebody while they're cutting their child's hair, when that bullet could have easily hit the child. This incident happened at 5 p.m. in Washington. I don't even know what this says, in Washington, about 30 miles south of Seattle. The police department dispatched to a JQ's barbershop after receiving reports that an employee at the store had been shot multiple times, according to a statement from the police department. The business was occupied at the time of the incident by several individuals who are cooperating with the investigation, authorities said. 3 individuals informed responding officers that the suspect entered the business and went directly to the booth where the victim was cutting an 8-year-old child's hair. Per the witness, the suspect entered the booth and shot the victim multiple times. The suspect, described as 5 feet 8 inches tall, and wearing a black pants and a black jacket and a mask. Then he ran like always on foot, police said. While the child was not harmed in the shooting, the victim, identified as the 43-year-old owner of JQ's barbershop, who lived in Tacoma, Washington, was pronounced dead at the scene. Upon their arrival, officers immediately requested the assistance of Central Pierce Fire and Rescue. Central Pierce Fire and Rescue arrived at the scene within moments of the request and determined that the individual was deceased. Officers immediately began conducting an extensive search of the area for the suspect, aided by at least one police K-9 unit, but they were not able to locate him. The suspect is still at large. So they now conduct an investigation. They're asking anybody who works or reside in the area of the shooting to check their security cameras for anyone matching the description of the suspect and to contact the Puyallup Police Department with any information regarding this case. The thing is, y'all, let me say this again. People of all race need to stop with this foolishness. Y'all do not value life or your life or anybody else's life, not even the kids. The thing is, if you want to do all the things that he did, why didn't he just tell the dude to step away from the child or tell the child to move away? Because like I said, what if one of the bullets would have hit the child? We definitely got to think before we start doing foolish stuff. And how does that make you feel like a man or a woman if you go up to somebody and shoot them with a child sitting in the chair? And then you run again. Y'all be doing all these daggone crimes, but y'all run. If you do the crime, be willing to do the time. Because you're going to get caught eventually. You're going to get caught eventually. It's a daggone shame while day after day, all you see is people killing each other over foolishness. Certain things is not even worth killing somebody over. Okay, it's just not. I don't understand why people keep on doing the same dumb crap every single day. But want to cry when someone innocently get killed by the police. But yet, you guys go out and kill each other. And then no one says a thing. You can't complain about one thing and engage in the same thing yourself. Okay? People would complain about someone doing a crime in front of their child, but they will do a crime in front of somebody else. People will complain about doing something to their kids, but yet they will do something to someone else's kids. Y'all better check yourselves. Check what you do. Okay? Check what you do and stop doing stupidity. Stop doing stupidity. And damn, stop running. If you engage in certain activities and you get caught, be willing to stand up as a man or a woman, or at least have a hell of a plan to get away. Because if you don't have a hell of a plan, you're going to get caught. Getting a you know what to solve problems is not cute. It's not good, especially when you involve children in it, okay? Or other innocent people. It's not good. One thing about me, y'all, I don't get people to do stuff for me. That's the first thing. I'm not a coward. That's the second thing. And I definitely would not be doing stuff to, if I'm looking for one person, I'm not going to do something to other people if I'm just looking for that one person. You see what I'm saying? I don't do that. If I was doing stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do that. I don't mess with everyone if I'm mad at one person. And if one person is in a certain place, and just say if I was doing something, I'm not going to be doing stuff then, because I'm not trying to get other people into this or get hurt or whatever the case is. It's just like even when you have an argument with people, I'm not going to put other people in it. Other people usually would get in it. You know what I'm saying? They usually would come to me and get into the situation. And that's the only way I'll put them in there. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, I'm not going to involve other people and stuff unless they ask it to get involved or put themselves in it. So it would be the same way if someone, say if I was like that and I was looking for somebody or something like that, I would not be doing stuff around where other people could get hurt, especially not a child. That day when I had to defend myself against that dude, remember, who jumped on my car just about. I didn't, if he would have been with somebody else, that would have been different because it would have been another grown person. They probably would have got into it too. But if they wouldn't have, I wouldn't have did a thing to the other person unless the other person would have been trying to do something to me. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, I don't operate like that. I don't know why people do the things they do in this society today. I don't understand why they do all these things. It's just like even with road rage, people will get out their cars. They would blow. Well, no, what they do is like what a couple people did to me with the last few days. Okay, so you bagging up, right? And then when you bag up, you don't get on your proper side, right? You get on the side that I'm driving down the street on, and then you hold up your hand like, okay, go. Do you not realize that's provoking? Now, what if I was a deranged lunatic, right? And because you held up your hand, I just start doing the craziest stuff like some people here do. They start, you know what, when people do that. Prime example, that's what I'm talking about. People got to start controlling themselves. When you bag up and things like that, or if somebody going too slow, you should be blowing the horn 1,000 times. You should be holding your hands up like, what you gonna do? You know, you're provoking people when you do all these things. You can blow one little time if possible. I mean, if you need to, and just leave it alone. You don't keep on going. I used to get pissed like what about stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And I used to go off, man. I'm not gonna joke. But I stopped doing it because for one thing, it's just not good to do that, okay? Secondly, we don't want to start something and it escalates to something else because I also know how I am. You know what I'm saying? So what I try to do now is I try to really ignore people, and then biblically speaking, I definitely don't supposed to be doing all this weird stuff. So I try to just look the other way. Okay. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get mad. Okay, and I may blow back or whatever the case is. And usually, because the way I be looking, people don't be doing nothing. But the thing about it, we just got to all stop doing all this stuff. That's what I'm saying, including myself when I be getting mad. You know what I'm saying? We just got to stop doing that because it just escalates. Then people start pulling out weapons and stuff or walking up to your car. And if you walk up to my car, you're not going to walk anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's on everything. And so that's why we have to practice self-control, including myself. We have to practice self-control and stop going off over foolishness. Okay, with people in the street, with people we deal with our enemies. If we're going to do stuff, we need to be careful of what we do and who we do it around. You shouldn't involve any children into anything or people, period. Period. And when I look at these news articles, I'm telling you, I'll be disgusted looking at this mess. People just doing the most. Every time something come up on my phone, is somebody getting killed over foolishness. And the sad thing about it, brown people, a lot of it is us. And that's really sad. That's really sad. Okay, so y'all can leave y'all comments about that, and check those out online. You can check it out yourself and read about it, in depth and everything. Just a shame. And y'all make sure too that y'all take care of y'all kids when they get the flu and all this other stuff. Because I'm just reading about this one child who died in Riverside County from the flu and other complication. Okay, so y'all make sure if y'all children are sick and stuff with the flu or whatever else case it is, make sure y'all check y'all children out, okay? And go to the doctor if need be, and make sure, even go to a second doctor, because that little child that just died out here in Riverside County or Riverside, California, that's sad. Now this little boy, y'all got to read this story right here. This little boy y'all know I'm about to cuss. This little boy need his ass kicked, okay, for real. Boy, 10 years old, charged as an adult after fatally shooting his mom, who refused to buy him a headset. A 10-year-old Wisconsin boy has been charged as an adult after he told police he fatally shot his mother when she refused to buy him a virtual reality headset on Amazon, authorities said. He also said he was angry because she woke him up a half hour earlier than his usual time of the day of the shooting in the family's Milwaukee home on November 21st. This little boy needed his ass beat, okay? I'm going to be perfectly honest. The day after his mother's death, he logged onto her Amazon account to buy the headset online, according to the criminal complaint against him, which was obtained by the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, whatever. It's a newspaper, I guess. I don't know. The boy reportedly apologized for killing his mom. The officials said he appeared to show no real remorse. He admitted he shot his 44-year-old mother in the face when she was approximately 3 feet away. He then woke up his sister to tell her what had happened. The boy initially claimed the gun had accidentally discharged and he was trolling it around, police said. His sister told authorities that her brother had rage issues all of his life and had 5 different imaginary people that talked to him, according to the criminal complaint. Let me stop right there. I have told you, moms and dads, before, when you have a child, and this child is talking to make-believe people continuously, not like kids usually do, you need to go get that child some help. Because who in the heck is he talking to? Y'all, listen to your kids and take care of your kids. And then the child had rage issues. That's another thing that they should have been dealing with. Rage issues. So he was giving out warning signs right then and there that he could possibly do something more. Not just only to the mom, but to the sibling. So we have to look at these warning signs with our children, and we have to take the appropriate actions and help them. All right? Point blank. So the sister said, when he was 4 years old, he would spin the family's puppy around in the air by his tail as the puppy whined and howled in pain. Now, he was to the therapist who gave the boy a concerning diagnosis, according to the complaint. The mother placed cameras inside the home to track his behavior. No, he needed to be a little home. Forget that. 2 weeks before the mother's death, someone had unplugged these cameras. So he probably unplugged it. The boy admitted to knowing that guns are dangerous and can kill people. The day after the shooting, when he saw his grandmother crying, the boy stated, without any empathy or compassion, "I'm really sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for killing my mom." After he apologized, he then asked if his Amazon packages had arrived. The boy has been charged with first-degree reckless homicide. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 60 years in prison. Now, do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree that the boy should be tried as an adult? He should be placed in 60 years in prison. Now, on that, I don't know if I agree with that 100% because the little boy is 10. But what I do think that they should do is definitely have that little boy in a psychiatric care, the psychiatric facility to see if they can get him back to normal. And he definitely should be in a maximum, one of those. It's like a jail, when they put people who are crazy, but they put them in a crazy place. He needs to be in there for kids. I don't think he should be in with no adults or anything like that. But he's still 10 years old, y'all. Okay. And you're not really developed mentally. The little boy, they say he didn't show remorse because he's only 10. He's like a little kid. He is a little kid. He's like a little baby, basically. So I don't know if they should have or they should charge him as an adult because he's still a kid, and you can tell he got a kid mind because he still was asking for that Amazon package. He don't even realize that that something he did is so wrong. I don't think he really realized that it's wrong because of what he said. So I think they need to solve that situation first and try to help him, and then go from there. And go from there. Like somebody said, this little boy don't have no decision-making capabilities like an adult. He needs to be placed where he can get help. And of course, he does not need to be free now. He needs to be in a home, in one of those places where they keep people. They're in jail, but they're in a psychiatric jail type facility. That's what he needs to be in. Okay, at least I say for some years, but I don't know about that 60 years and stuff. I don't know about that because he would be 60, 70 years old when he get out of jail. And if they don't give him the right treatment, he still won't be, like he should be. So I think they should just try to fix whatever's going on with him if possible. Be in jail for a while, maybe, I don't know how many years, 10, 15, 20, and then go from there. That's what I think. What do you guys think? What do you think in that situation? It's a shame. I don't know if he can be rehabilitated or not. Some people say he does need to be in prison. He probably can't be rehabilitated. I don't know. He's only 10 years old. He's not 18. He's not 19. He's not 21 or not even 15 or 16. He's only 10. 10. My son is 14. Okay, 10 years old, and he's a little kid in the mind. 10 years old, you're definitely a kid in the mind. So I don't know, about that 60 years. Plus, they be watching all these video games and all this stuff on TV and make death seem like it's nothing and killing seems like it's nothing. So I think they really need to evaluate this young boy and put him in some type of rehabilitation and psychiatric care and do all that while in that type of facility where some prisoners go to when they are deeply, got mental issues. That's what I think the little boy needs, point blank. All right. Otherwise, we're going to skip from these little news stories because there's a lot. And we're going to move on to my next subject because it's almost 12 o'clock and I don't have all day on my live because I have to go like always. So, guys, yeah, you can comment on those cases that I just told you about and tell me what you think if you want to, and we can go from there, okay, in regards to that. And some of them, if I get updates, I'll let you guys know, especially those kids. That's a shame. Man, that's why I don't like reading news articles and stuff, but a lot of them come up on my phone all the time. This is silly, man. Okay. All right, so let's take a breather real quick. Let's breathe. Let's go woosah. And let's go on to our next topic. And that topic, because we are like 39 minutes into this live, and I don't want to do no more than an hour and a half if possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into our next live. We're going to talk about aging gracefully, y'all, because I'm sick and tired of all this stuff that they put online. And people, when they get older, they start talking negative about themselves. Okay, me, myself, I never talk negative about myself going through the aging process. I'm going to tell you guys that straight up. I never do. I don't look at myself as being old or anything else. Okay, point blank. What kills me is that somebody just died, a star, I forgot who it was, at 56. And people were writing in the comment section, he's too young to die. But at the same time, if the person was alive, they would be saying he's old. People are so hypocritical that it's ridiculous. Some things people say just don't make sense. How can you be old, but yet you're old when you're alive, and you're young when you die earlier than was suspected? You can't be both ways. Either you're old, or either you're young, or either you're in the middle. Which one is it? Now let me let y'all know. Anybody can die at any age. Okay? There's nothing in a book written that says because you're 20, you cannot die. Or you're 10, you cannot die. Or you're 50, you cannot die. Or you're 60, you cannot die. Your days are not guaranteed. Okay? Only God, whether you believe in God or not, knows when we are going to die. You don't know at what age. So let's stop with this silliness. Anybody can die. When you guys start realizing this, you would know. You would know this inside. You wouldn't say things like you say. Anybody at any age can die. Okay? My baby wasn't even no age and died. Okay? So anybody at any age can die. That's the first thing. Secondly, let's stop with all this old crap. Because if you stay alive, you're going to age. Okay? No one that is alive is not going to age. Now, granted, when I was 20 something, I don't remember calling anybody old. I mean, I have said old because they may have said something about me, saying I was a kid or something like that, because I have always looked like way younger than my age. So I would always get these little cruel, I'm gonna say cruel remarks from certain people saying that I was too young to have kids or have a bunch of kids or whatever. I would get these cruel, that's why these cruel remarks, that's why I would always put my age up back then, because I didn't want no one to know, my age gap with my children, my oldest ones, and I just didn't want nobody to know my age at that time. I want them to think that I was older, because they would say stuff that's just ridiculous, because I have always looked very young. You know what I'm saying? And since I had my daughter at such a young age, I would really get comments, especially from older people, saying stuff. Okay. And so I would always put my age up. Even when I turned 18, they would think I was 15 and stuff, or ages like that. And so I started to put my age up then and started saying I was 20-some years old, because some things was inappropriate. But people would say they need to mind their own business. Okay. So with that being said, at that time I was putting my age up. Now I don't tell anyone my age. I let them assume whatever they want to. And not because I'm embarrassed of my age. It's because I get tired of hearing people say stupid stuff, that some of the stuff is not true. Even when I drove Lyft, everybody thought I was way younger than what I am, okay? And they would get in my car and they would say stuff about older people. And I would just sit there and laugh with them and just laugh about it, because I actually wasn't laughing about the joke. I was laughing at them for being so dang on stupid and saying stupid stuff. Now, some things that they said was true. I'm not going to lie. But a lot of things that they said was lies, okay? And if I would have told any of them my true age, they would have been shocked. A couple people I did tell my true age, and they were shocked. They was like, oh, you don't act like people who are your age or whatever the case is. You look so much younger. I can talk to you easily. You know these lingos and everything else. They didn't realize, though, the way I act is how I naturally act. Okay? I don't change because I aged or whatever the case is. I stay the same. Of course, we grow more wisdom. At least some of us do. Okay, but you still basically stay the same. Okay, one thing I don't give into is playing. When people get a certain age, they start acting old as ever. That would never be me. That would never be me. This is why a lot of people age like they age. Okay, think about me. I have always worked out. I started working out when I was 18, and I've been working out since then. I used to work out in the gym all the time, and of course, I was really looking really great then because I was in the gym using their equipment and everything. When I got married, however, I stopped working out at the gym and I started working out with my soon to be ex. I started working out with him. I couldn't keep up with him though because he was in the Marines, ex-Marine. He would jog all these miles. I never liked running, even though I ran track. In high school, no, in junior high school, I just still didn't like running. So I tried to run with him like maybe 1 or 2 times, but couldn't keep up. So I said, forget trying to do his exercise, do the exercises that I enjoy doing. And so I started doing my own thing. I stopped going to the gym, you know, and start exercising at home and outdoors. Okay, because I refused not to take care of myself. I knew from an early start that taking care of yourself at an early age would help you to age gracefully. I knew this at 18 years old, and I told myself at 18, when I get older, I am not going to be running around here looking like these people look that I see. And I meant that. And that was my motto then, and it still is now. So I don't buy into all this stuff that people say about aging. That's why you would never see me on TikTok saying, when I get out of bed, my knees hurt. Because guess what? When Shay get out of bed, Shay's knees don't hurt. Because you know why? Because Shay takes care of herself. And some of the things that you can do to age gracefully, I'm going to tell you today. Before I tell you though, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor or a physical therapist or anything in those fields. Okay. However, I did go to college at first for medical stuff. Okay. But I'm still not a doctor. So anything that you try or do or you listen to in this video, you need to seek your doctor's approval first. Okay. Period. You don't start anything unless you seek your doctor's approval. That's medications, or any type of vitamins, herbs, food change, or diet change, exercise program, massage, therapy, stretching, or whatever. Seek your doctor's approval first. Okay. Period. Okay, I'm telling you what I do and how it did with me. I don't know what it'll do for you. So therefore, I'm telling you to just listen to what I'm saying. And if you want to try anything that I do, go talk to your doctors first. Okay, because you can best believe certain things that I have done, I talk to my doctors first. Okay, point blank, or researched it in depth. Okay, so the things that I do to age gracefully, guys, and I'm gonna go through this kind of fast, not too fast, because I do talk fast. I'm gonna try to talk a little slower. But the things that I do to age gracefully are, first thing first, we must have a positive mental thing going on. You cannot be walking around here thinking negative all day. Oh, I'm going to die at 60. I'm going to die at 70. I'm going to die at 50. You cannot be doing this. Okay? You have to think positive. And it took me a long time to realize that positive thinking, as well as negative thinking, plays a role in how your life will be and how you will age in your health. Point blank. So we got to start thinking more positively. Okay? And we have to eat correctly. Our diet has to be decent. You can't go around here eating out every single day, eating unhealthy foods, eating junk all day, okay, and think you're going to be healthy. What you eat plays a role in how well you age, in how well you look, feel, and illnesses that you can acquire. Okay, so you have to watch your diet and what you eat. You got to eat a lot of vegetables, drink a lot of water, not too much water though, but enough. Okay, you have to eat the right type of carbs and things like that. Even when you do sugar, you can't do too much sugar. Okay, because sugar plays a huge role in inflammation. Inflammation plays a huge role in diseases. Okay. The next thing you have to do, guys, is exercise. Exercise, stretching, all of that. I don't care that you can't do sit-ups. If you can't do sit-ups, don't do sit-ups. If you have certain back problems, don't do sit-ups. Do something else. You don't have to do the exercise you see on TikTok. Do the exercises that work for you, but exercise at least 20 to 30 minutes a day. Now, I exercise every day. but you can exercise every other day. But I exercise every day. I work different body parts every single day. There's no day that I don't exercise. When I was younger, I didn't have to exercise every day. I exercised every other day. But when I turned 54 later on, I had to start exercising every single day as well as stretching. Before 54, I would not stretch every day. But when I turned 54, I started stretching every day. Just like I did not exercise every day. I exercise every other day. But now I exercise every single day. I just do different body parts, and I stretch every single day and night before I go to bed. And that's why when I get up in the morning time, y'all, I get up the same way I got up when I was 20, 30, 40. Same exact way. I don't have no aches, no knee pain, no nothing. And I'm not lying to you guys, because I started to stretch and do different type of exercises for each part of my body. Like, for example, I remember when my hands started hurting at 54. I told my mom, I was like, I know good and well my hands are not hurting. I refuse to believe that my hands are hurting. I refuse. Okay? So what I did is I researched some stuff, and I decided to try a hand grip. Y'all, I started using a hand grip every morning, every afternoon, and at nighttime. I did this for about 30 days straight, I believe. Do you know my hands don't even hurt anymore? I'm not lying. I don't do it I don't do the hand grip as much as I used to do it, because I don't need to. But I do it in the morning time when I wake up, and I do the hand grip at nighttime before I go to bed. And all of that stops any hand pains, okay? Then another thing that I started doing too is that I started doing different stretches in the morning time. And those stretches that I do, because before you do a stretch too, you have to warm up, okay? You have to warm your muscles up. So I do that, and then I stretch. But what I realize is when you do stretches and stuff, and you do them all the time, it slows down the aging process as well. And you don't feel certain things that other people your age or around when they start getting 40 something that they don't feel. You don't feel those things, okay? You don't feel those things at all, because you do certain leg stretches and back stretches and arm stretches and just stretches, and it helps with all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you have certain back problems, certain stretches, you can't do it. That's why you have to talk to someone before you do these exercises and stretching. Okay. But I do stretches in the morning time to, alleviate some of the things that other people my age goes through, you know, and everything. And it works for me, you know. And if you don't have no like health problems that stop you from getting out of the bed, like, in a normal way without pain, then you need to go, to the doctor to find out what that is and get treatment for that. Okay. But otherwise, I don't believe you have to get up and be in pain or your knees giving out and all this other stuff. You got to build up these things, and you have to start younger, or even if you do start late, you need to build that area up with appropriate foods, appropriate things, and appropriate exercises and stretching, and it will build them up. Okay. It's just like when I went to the doctor because my feet was hurting from wearing improper shoes all these years. The shoes cost a lot, but that doesn't mean anything. They have to have the right support. So I went to the podiatrist when my toe got cut by the pedicurist and stuff. And he looked at my foot and he said my foot on the outside looked good, but on the inside, it looked like I walked through hell or somewhere. And and that's why I had plantar fasciitis because of, the shoes that I used to wear, But I went to physical therapy. I got some type of shot, which I'll never get again, and stuff, and everything. But that pain was still there. So one day, I think I started researching it and found out that you can do, well, actually, I went to the physical therapy and they showed me some exercises I can do with my feet. So I stopped going to the physical therapist and I started doing those exercises at home myself. So that did alleviate some pain, but I still was having foot pain. Okay, especially when I wore certain shoes. So one day, after carefully researching, I found some things that I could do. So I started doing these exercises for my feet, as well as I went to the store and bought a football. And I started, massaging my feet with the football. I would stand up, place my foot over the ball and move my foot over it. right? And at first it will hurt, but afterwards it doesn't. And I just do this all the time, okay, along with the stretching of my feet, especially in the morning time and everything. And then, like, I would do this other type of stretching. And not even a good month later, my feet stopped hurting. That was a whole year or two ago now. Do y'all know that my feet does not hurt anymore? No more plantar fasciitis. Nothing. I do wear those little foot insoles in my shoe as well on that one foot. And I put a little thing on my foot too, as well, for the plantar fasciitis. But the stretching, which I do all the time, and definitely that massage ball, that did a wonder. Okay. And I do not have any more foot issues like that. Okay. And if I even feel a pain in my foot, I'll start doing the stretching again, which I never stop, but I'll speed it up, do more. Not speed it up, but I increase it, the amount of stretching. And I'll use that ball a little bit more. Okay. So when I get up in the morning time, my feet don't hurt anymore. Because like when you got plantar fasciitis, when you're asleep in the bed all night, that area, the fasciitis, gets stiff, I guess. And that's why when you get up in the morning time and you stand up, it'll hurt, right? But if you warm that area up with stretching and massages on your feet before you get up and start, walking on it, it'll give you lesser pain. And if you certainly do those exercises I was telling you about, the feet exercises, and then the massages and stuff like that, and then use that ball especially, it won't even hurt anymore. At least it don't for me. Okay, it doesn't for me. It doesn't even hurt anymore. I don't even have to go to the podiatrist anymore. So that's what I did for my feet. And the hand grip is what I do for my hands. No type of pains. Okay, then I noticed that my arm has started hurting at 54. Everything started happening at 54, okay? And so I was doing exercise. I went to another physical therapist. That really didn't do too much. My arm was still hurting. Took x-rays, MMR, everything. So my arm was still hurting, okay? Even med, which I don't like taking meds. So I didn't really take that long. So that didn't do anything either. So what I started doing about that is I started doing different type of little arm stretches, the ones that would not hurt my arm injury or whatever. Okay, that helped my arm a little bit. But what really helped my arm is I started taking turmeric with black pepper and cumin, I think. My cardiologist told me to take those pills. Okay, let me tell y'all something. When I started taking these pills to get rid of inflammation in your body, y'all, the arm pain went away entirely. My arm does not hurt at all. So I'm thinking that the arm pain that I was having was coming from inflammation. And when I started taking that turmeric with cumin and black pepper in it, the organic kind, I believe that took that inflammation away in that area. And when I go get this metabolic blood screening panel done next week, I'll see if the inflammation in my body reduced. Because if it did reduce down or went away, that common stuff with the turmeric and all that, that works. So ask your doctor about the turmeric with the cumin black pepper and see what they say about that. If they a legit doctor, they're going to tell you that turmeric, they say that they believe that decreases the inflammation in your body. Inflammation in your body is what encourages, the inflammation that's in your body is what can bring illnesses to you. It can make certain pains come because those pains are coming from inflammation in that area or area around it. And so that's what I'm thinking. Hey, it's me, Winston. Thanks for coming in. I think that contributes to illnesses in your body. Inflammation does. And so taking turmeric with cumin and black pepper, it reduces the inflammation in your body. And I think in return, it helped my arm. And so I don't feel any pain there. And it probably helped my feet too. Because I'm telling y'all straight up, I don't feel any pains in my feet or arms or hands. And I've been taking this turmeric for about 3 months now. And let me tell y'all though, I used to take it every single day, but I stopped. I take it every other day, because I had read something about taking it every day and I didn't like it, taking it like that, so I decided to take mine every other day. So that's why I say talk to your doctor before you start any type of health regimen like that to see what your doctor say, and also research it, and you make that decision for yourself if you want to take it and how often you want to take it and things like that. Because I don't take mine every day. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get your book too. And yeah, Rainston, y'all need to check out It's Me Rainston. Yes, honey. On YouTube. And he also has a book out on Amazon about Pain Leads to a Purpose, Volume 1. Y'all may want to go check that out and buy that. You can put your information down there in the chat, Rainston, so everybody can see that, and I'll just flash it up here on my screen if I can, or either I'll just tell them. Okay? But anyway, yeah, health is your wealth. And if you want to age gracefully, you have to do certain things to do it. Okay? The next thing besides doing those stretch everything before you get up, stretch before you go to bed, okay? I usually stretch when I get out of the shower, and I stretch in the morning before I get out of bed, and I also stretch again when I take a little wash up in the morning time and everything. Okay, so stretching plays a huge role in aging and feeling great, okay? Even if you're younger, do all these things because you will still be feeling better than what you feel, okay? Because let me keep it real with you. I be hearing people talking about they be aching at 30, at 35, at 40. I never did. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Maybe it's because of what I, do and what I did. That's why, but I never did. The only pain that I ever suffer with that I still do is bladder pain. And I'm going to tell you guys, the only reason I suffer with that is because of my silly actions when I was younger, what I was doing. I never drink, I never smoked or did drugs, and I still don't. However, what I was doing is refusing to use public restrooms. And so instead of me going to urinate when I'm out, I would hold my pee all daggone day because I was so paranoid about using public restrooms, even squatting over a toilet. I refused to go use a public restroom. And like a psychopath, I would hold my urine. You cannot hold your urine like that. You can hold it for a while, but you cannot consistently do that because you're going to stretch your bladder. Thus, later on, you can cause yourself to have bladder pain. And that's what I think that I did. And that's why I think my bladder used to hurt from that, and sometimes occasionally it'll hurt now. So we have to make sure we practice good habits all throughout our life because later on, those habits makes things a little bit worse. Now, I've been blessed because nothing has gotten worse with my bladder. However, it actually has gotten better. Maybe because I'm taking a turmeric or whatever the case is, and plus I don't be acting crazy. When I have to pee, I go pee. Y'all, let me tell you what I had to do about that because I don't sit on public restrooms, right? Toilets, okay? Y'all get ready to laugh. My butt was like, hey, I'm getting older now. I was listening to older people say they couldn't squat over the toilet. I was like, shit, that's not going to be me. So what I started doing is I squat anyway. I do squats. So what I started doing is that I would hold a squat position for like up to 20, 30, 40 seconds to prepare myself for squatting over a toilet. And so I could never lose that ability. And me preparing myself like that, guys, has worked because I don't even shake. I don't even get tired or anything. I can squat in that position probably for a minute or more. Okay, that's pretty good, especially as you start getting older because a lot of people, when they start getting 45, they cannot keep a squat position for nothing in the world. Okay, and that's exactly, thanks, Rainston. That's exactly what I do. Okay, because I was like, I'm not going to be sitting up here holding my urine no more like a psychopath, messing up my bladder. Because trust me, when I say you do not want to end up using a bag or having to go to one of those places, you do not want to do it. Because when I did Lyft, a lot of people got in my car and they had to go to one of those dialysis places. And I used to feel sorry for them. And they would be like in their 40s, 30s, 20s, in 50s and 60s and stuff like that. And I would be like, damn, I do not want to be doing nothing like this. I'm going to make sure that I stop holding my urine. I'm going to make sure I don't be drinking all them sodas. I'm going to make sure that I take my blood pressure medication and everything. Because I do not, when them kidneys go and that bladder get messed up, that's messed up, y'all. So you want to take care of those organs if you can. Okay. So all that holding your urine because you don't want to use a public restroom because you believe something may jump off the toilet or whatever the case is, you better learn how to squat over that toilet. Okay. And go to the bathroom and pee. Okay. Point blank. Because like I said, my bladder does not hurt now like it used to, but it still hurts sometimes. And I actually believe as I got older, some things with me have improved. That's funny. It really has. Okay. Okay. So besides the stretching and stuff, you definitely have to do exercising. Okay, like I said before, you got to exercise at least every other day. If you don't do it every day, at least exercise every other day and get exercises that you enjoy doing. Start a program that you enjoy doing, because if you do something that you don't like doing, you're not going to keep on doing it. Okay, point blank. That's why I only do exercises that I like doing. I don't try to do what my ex do. I don't try to do what the person that I'm talking to now do. I don't try to do nothing. Okay, I do the exercises that I like to do. Okay, I don't care what the person online is doing. Okay, I do stuff that works for me. Okay, and make sure you do them the right way, because a lot of people who do squats, they do not do these squats the right way. You're supposed to do a squat like you're sitting in a chair. Okay, and then the distance that you hold your leg position in, determines how well that squat is going to work and what areas it's going to work as well. And also, it determines injuries you can get, okay, from doing squats. You have to be very careful when you do squats, because squats can really do harm to your knees, okay? And also, if you do squats wrong, instead of it shaping your behind, your gluteus maximus, and making it stronger, it can make it do other things, okay? So you have to make sure you do squats the correct way. Any exercise, because my crazy self was up here doing lunges, okay, trying to do it like my daughter, but myself did not follow directions like Aries sometimes don't do, okay? I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. And let me tell you what I did. I did those lunges, okay, and I was doing it like it was nothing. But the next day, I could barely walk, even though my butt is real strong, y'all, and I can endure pain to a certain level. I got a high pain threshold. My butt still went to work, still walked up and down stairs, even though I was in excruciating pain. I didn't even go to the hospital because I already knew what they were going to say, that I had must have pulled muscles or whatever. But it healed, and everything. And I reduced the amount of stairs I went up. But I'm not going to lie, that was some excruciating pain, y'all. I mean, when I was going up the stairs and shit, I was like, had to take a breather, because it was like really painful to walk upstairs. Going down wasn't too bad, but going up the stairs was something else. So now I don't do lunges at all, but I do other exercises that give you the same benefit. Okay, and so that's what you have to do. You have to do exercises that you like, but also make sure you're doing the exercises correctly. Because if you don't do them the right way, it can lead to injuries. And I mean severe injuries. Okay, so make sure you're doing the right, and make sure you're doing the right repetitions and everything. Okay, so exercise plays a key role in aging gracefully. Okay, it really does. You can go outside and walk. I'm not keen to running outside on pavement, okay, because I read things about that. It's better to run on certain type of flooring versus a hard ground, because it creates, I forgot what they say it creates when you run and your feet is hitting the pavement and stuff, friction or something. I can't remember what it does, but you need to read upon that. If I was running, I would run like on a rubber type, like a track field, like you do when you run track. That's what I would run on if I was running, but I don't like running, so I walk instead. But I walk very fast. I used to walk, the longest I have probably walked is probably 12 miles. And I mean, we would do like 25 miles to 30 miles per week. Okay. That's how I lost some of this gluteus maximus. Okay. Because I was walking too much. I mean, come on now. So now I'm not trying to lose anymore, but so I didn't stop all that excessive walking like that. I just walk a little bit now, because I'm not big and I'm not trying to get like a stick or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to be a stick, that's you, but I don't want to be a stick. I want to have keep some little curves, and everything. So running is not for me. I like to walk. And so I'll walk a little bit. I don't walk like 5 miles anymore a day. I just do, whatever steps per day. Okay. So running is a good overall exercise thing that you can do if you cannot do actual exercise. But if you can do actual exercises, I like to do crunches. I like to do the squats, leg lifts, other lifts. I like to do the arm windmills and stuff. I like to do like the jumping jacks, jump rope. I even do the jump rope. I don't do the jump rope all the time, but I do it sometimes. I even did it on my TikTok video. And I like to pretend like I'm boxing, even though I don't do it right, y'all, because I be having my hand wrong. So when we went to the boxing thing, my son, he's into boxing, which I hate. They was showing me how to do it the right way. And so I like playing like I can box, y'all. Just like I like playing on the court, like I can actually play basketball. Now I used to actually do it, but I don't forget how to do it. So when I be going on the court now, the dudes be laughing and shit because it be funny and stuff. And I be missing, but sometimes I don't. But I still do it. I be trying to get my son to play basketball, but he don't like basketball and stuff. Just like my other son didn't like it either and stuff. And he's so tall and stuff. That's why I was trying to get him to play it. But anyway, I be out on that court at times. Just like I like to play tennis and badminton and things like that. And I can still play it pretty well. Not the tennis. I can't play that pretty good no more because I've been playing it so long. But I can still do the badminton. But these people here can't do that. They don't know how to play it. So I be like getting mad on the court and stuff and everything. But I'm gonna go back out there and do it again because I want to stay, encouraging my body to do that. And then another thing you can do, you can bike ride too. If you bike ride, that's another good overall exercise. But if you do have knee problems or whatever, you need to wear a knee brace on your knees when you bike ride. Because I ride my bike. I don't go like on bike rides, but I ride my bike throughout my subdivision, right, my complex. And I had noticed that when I was riding one time, my knees started hurting. So I started putting a brace on my knee when I ride my bike. I haven't rode my bike in like a year, so I'm gonna ride it probably this weekend. I'll ride it because I don't ever have time. I'll have to make time. When I started back going to work, it's hard to bike ride and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm gonna incorporate that bike riding one day a week because I didn't just buy my bike to sit in the garage. Okay, but we can bike ride. You can play little sports. You can play basketball. You can play tennis. You can play badminton. You can do volleyball. Volleyball is fun too, y'all. You can still do that, okay? But if you're not in shape though, don't be trying to do that volleyball and that badminton and that tennis, because tennis takes a lot, okay? You can probably do a little basketball because you don't really have to do too much if you're not really playing basketball. If you just shooting hoops like I be just doing, and that's it. You can just go out there and shoot a couple hoops. I mean, your arms is gonna hurt later if you don't be doing arm exercises and stretching and stuff, but you can do that probably a little safer unless you got some back issues or something like that going on. But that's a good sport to play, or just simply walking for exercising. And you can put little weights on you and stuff like that when you walk. I don't put weights on me because I'm not trying to lose weight. I only weigh 145 at 5'4". I'm not trying to lose weight. Okay. So besides the exercising, besides the stretching, something else that you can do that helps you to age gracefully is self-massages. Okay. Stop using these excuses that you can't afford to go get a massage. Okay. Because if you can't afford to get a massage, do your own. Stop using excuses you don't have no man or a woman. If you don't have a man or woman, you can't hire nobody to come in and do it. Do your own self massages, okay? And stop complaining that a massage leads to something else if you ask your spouse, okay? If you don't, you tell him or her that when you want a regular massage, we're not talking about sex, okay? We're just talking about a body massage, okay? So therefore, when you massage every part of your body, it generates blood flow to that area. So it's a good thing to massage every part of your body that you can. Okay. And whatever parts you can reach, you can use a massage machine. And I'm not talking about nothing crazy or sexual. Okay. So let's not start going crazy here. But you can use a massage machines to do areas that you cannot do or reach. Okay. Because me, myself, I have a foot massager, 2 of them. I have a body massager that I sometimes use. I don't use it all the time because if I put it up too high, it starts my back and costochondritis to act up. So I do it very lightly around my neck and on my back, very, very lightly. But as far as every other part of me, I self-massage every single day. When I get out of the shower, and even in the morning time, I do a thigh massage because it's good to do thigh massages to reduce cellulite on your thighs, women and men. Okay. I also do a calf massage, to the lower part of your legs and stuff and everything because it just feels good. And it also brings the blood flow running throughout your legs and rejuvenate that area as well. Okay. I also do a foot massage, not every single day, but I do that every couple of days or so because again, it brings the blood flow to that area, and just opens up everything and just, makes your feet feel better and everything. And then I do a soft massage to my gluteus maximus because again, it helps to smoothen out any stretch marks or cellulite. It'll minimize that. And I actually think, y'all may laugh, I actually think when a woman massage her gluteus maximus, it makes this still look a little bit more youthful, especially as you start aging. And if you research that, you'll see that they do stuff like that when you go get that procedure done. They use a little cup and massage that area to make it look more bigger and more youthful and um, just supple and everything else. And so that's why I do a massage on my gluteus maximus, as well as that's actually the muscle. I don't want to say that, you're behind. And then I also do um, the exercise for the glutes to tighten them up so your butt will stay lifted somewhat. You're not going to be able to lift it all the way up, up, up like that, but you'll be able to lift it up somewhat or keep it up if you do it from the get-go versus having that saggy looking behind. Okay. And so you can do those little massages. I mean, not massage, you can do those little exercises with your glutes where you hold them in tight and count to 20 and hold that. And then just do that a couple times, like 10 to 20 times if you can. You can start off low 5 times and do that as many times as you can. Also, you can do those Kegel exercises as well. That's good to help the woman area there to stay like it could, like it should be. I'm gonna put it like that. And also it reduces incontinence and things like that. So that's why it's good to do that. Because after a woman have babies and stuff, it's just good to do Kegel exercises. Okay, point blank. And you can do the Kegel exercises with, tightening up your glutes at the same time. I usually do them all at the same time. Sometimes it actually feels good when you do it. So if you're a single woman, you do those, it feels good. And then you don't have to go out here and get no. Let me stop. Okay, y'all. I always got to get crazy. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, those are some good exercises to do for that area. And then also I massage my arms and stuff, in my hands, because again, massage makes your hands not look all like it's aging and stuff, like some people's hands do when they start getting older. And then I also do the massage to my neck. But when I massage my neck, I massage upward, not down, but up. It's like when I do a face massage, I go upward. And when you do the facial massage, it helps to reduce any wrinkles and fine lines and those other lines that I hate on your face. It helps to minimize that. In some cases, they can even diminish some of those. Okay. So the massage on the face, I even massage my eyes very, very lightly. I mean, I just do it 1 or 2 times. I don't do the eyes too long because, that's your eyes. And lips, to keep them youthful looking, I just do a cold water treatment. I take twice a day. I take one of those little round cotton rounds, and I put it underneath cold water, and I put it on my lips for about 10 seconds or 5 or 10 times, and that's it. And you keep those youthful looking lips. As I don't do a scrub to my lips because I'm sensitive to everything, but some people do scrubs. I don't. I just apply a little Vaseline on my lips because I'm allergic to everything else. Okay. I mean, I do a little because, petroleum and Vaseline, but I just do a very little on my lips and stuff and everything. And that's how I keep my lips looking youthful and stuff. No lines on them and stuff like that. How some people's lips get, when they start getting older, all cracked and chapped. Nope. Same thing with my feet, y'all. I have always taken care of my feet. I've never had calluses and all that other stuff that people have on their feet. My feet has always been smooth. The only thing that I had to ever deal with though is a little rough skin on the side of my grand toes. So what I do about that is that I use shea butter, 100% pure shea butter. As a matter of fact, guys, I used to sell shea butter shipped to me directly from Lagos. But it costs so much to do that, so we haven't done that in a long time. So I actually found a beauty supply store that sells shea butter here. That's 100% natural, and they actually, I think the Ghanaians made that one because the name is Ashanti, and that is one of their tribes. Okay, Ghanaian people, one of their tribes is called the Ashanti tribe, and that's the same name of that product that I use. And that shea butter works pretty good for me. So what I do with that shea butter is that I apply it. I'm allergic to shea butter on my face, okay? Like some people are, so I don't put it on my face, but I apply that shea butter on my feet. I'm not allergic there, to the shea butter. So I apply it to my feet, put it between my toes, and then I massage it in. And when I do that, it actually stops that hard skin from building up on my grand toe. And then if it does build up on my grand toe, I'll go soak my feet in my pedicure thing, my pedicure bath, or either I'll take a shower, and when my skin gets soft after I get out the shower because your skin is soft, I'll use the foot thing on my feet to shave that part down to make it smooth like it should be. And that's what I do. I don't go to no more pedicure people. I never did anyway. I just did that one time and they cut my toe. Okay, then I had to sue them. And I won too, y'all. And So since 2, 3 years ago, I started back to doing my own feet. So to keep your feet looking good, y'all, you need to put it in one of those pedicure baths, okay? And then after your skin gets soft, then you take that little pumice stone and the other little thing, and you can just go ahead and use that on your feet, okay? And once you do that, you clip your toenails when they're soft as well, because it's easier to clip your toenails when they're soft. Do it straight across, okay? And then I take a little oil and I rub it on my toenails itself, so my toenails can look good. And then I'll apply, if I don't put a regular polish on my toes, I'll put a clear top coat on my toes and stuff, and let them dry. Either I'll put some glittery polish on my toes, and sometimes I leave no polish on my toes, so my toenails itself won't be turning a different color from thinking that polish. And then after I do that, I put shea butter on it, and I massage it into my feet, in between my toes and everything, and then I put my socks on. And guess what? That keeps your feet looking young, energetic, youthful, which is young, and soft. Okay, and I never have to worry about old, tired, hard, callous looking, dirty feet. Okay, my feet color is just like my hands, the same color. They're not darkened or anything, because I don't walk barefooted outside either. I always have on footies or something in the house. Okay, point blank. We got to take care of ourselves, and you also got to wear the proper shoes. Like my podiatrist said, just because you spend $100, $200 on some shoes, that does not mean anything. You have to look at the support of the shoe. You cannot be wearing these shoes that are too soft. Okay, so you have to make sure the support is right, so your feet can be in your shoes properly. If you have a flat arch or whatever arch you may have, you have to have the appropriate inside soles to match it. You know what I'm saying? It has to provide the appropriate support, so later on in life you will not have foot problems. I started developing foot problems, and I put an end to it by following directions and doing what I needed to do. The stretching, the ball, massage ball, wearing proper shoes, and things like that. When I wear improper shoes, I only wear them for a little short time, and I'll put my inserts inside of them. Okay, point blank. Otherwise, I'm wearing a shoe with a heel on it, but it's an appropriate shoe so that I won't make my feet give me problems, especially when I definitely get old. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to do with our feet. And so I told you every part of my body I massage, which you should be doing the same thing. Okay, that means your neck, your face, even my ears, y'all. Y'all give me a laugh. I even just softly massage my ears, even my hair. Okay, because a lot of times when people get older, when they start getting 45 and older, they start losing hair and the hair start thinning. Let me tell you straight up. I think when I was 30 something, I stopped putting perms and stuff in my hair. I started wearing my hair natural. Okay, because I decided I did not want to have thinning hair as I age. I was looking at certain people and certain people in my family, and I was like, I'm not going out like that. I don't like wigs. I wear them on my YouTube channel. I'll wear them on my TikTok videos just for a difference in appearance, to look different and everything. But I don't wear wigs. Okay, so therefore I want my hair to be like it should be. So that's why I stopped putting chemicals in my hair. The only thing that I do to my hair is occasionally I would use like a steam thing to wear it down. I haven't done that in years either. And I will dye my hair at least 1 time or 2 times per year. That's it. Because I'm allergic to hair dye too. So I use the other, a demi hair dye that I'm not allergic to. I only can use one color too, it's black. And I'll use that to dye my hair. Point blank, jet black. Okay. And I decided to stop using perms, okay, because I'm not trying to please nobody else. And I started wearing my natural hair, okay. And I built my natural hair up by doing massages to my scalp, by taking care of my hair, point blank. And I have a head full of hair. My hair on the sides is not gone. I have a head full of hair from the sides to the back to the front. It's not thinning out or anything. Okay, and that's because I don't put all those chemicals in it. I don't be putting. I do wear ponytails, but I don't have them in my hair all day long. Only when I'm out. Majority of times I get the little mini twists in my hair. And just say if I want to go somewhere where I need to have an uppity up like style, then I will wear that wig for the first time. I haven't been nowhere yet. So if I go on a date or something like that and I don't think the twists are appropriate, then I'll put on my little wig that's 100% natural hair, human hair. And it actually matches my hair when I curl it like that. So that's what I do. So if you don't want your hair to thin out, you definitely need to take care of your hair, reduce some of those chemicals, maybe take vitamins, and maybe put certain things in your hair. Maybe like I use a jojoba, I think jojoba. I forgot how you pronounce it, jojoba oil, and I also use that olive oil in my hair, and I massage that into my scalp. That's what I do, and I do a deep conditioner, and I keep freestyles in my hair that don't require too many rubber bands. It doesn't require rubber bands or anything. It's just freestyle, with the mini twists. And she does not braid my hair tight either, you know. And occasionally when I do get like braids in my hair, I don't really leave them in there too long. I'll leave them in there for about 4 weeks, but not 6 months or 5 months or no 2 months, nothing like that. And then I'll try to get her to like braid it kind of loose, but not too loose. So there's a lot of things we can do to prepare our hair for the aging process as well. And you can research that more in depth. Okay, vitamins and all that plays a contributing role into your hair health, okay, as well as your health. Because I do take vitamins as well. Okay, and that's another thing. You can take vitamins, but get your doctor's approval first, because all vitamins may not be good for you. And if you're on different type of medication, you have to make sure they don't interact with each other. But I do take vitamins, and occasionally I'll take vitamin D3. Okay, you cannot take vitamin D3 all the time, especially if you're not getting your calcium levels checked, because too much vitamin D3 is not good for you. So again, you have to check with your doctor and get your metabolic blood screening panel done to see if you are deficient in that area. I was deficient in that area. That's why they prescribe vitamin D3. I'm not now, so I don't take vitamin D3 all the time, but I do take them. I take a pill every so often, especially like if somebody catch a cold here and I don't want it, I'll take a vitamin D3. That's why I didn't catch their colds. I didn't catch it. Okay, but I don't take it every day, but I do take a vitamin drink every day. Well, every other day. I used to take it every day, but I take it every other day because it has dairy in it. So I take it every other day. It's a vitamin mineral replacement nutrition drink. I drink, and I started drinking that about 4 years ago. Because that's another thing. Sometimes when you age, you start losing weight, and if you're already naturally thin, you don't want to be losing weight. Then you're gonna be looking like a skeleton or a witch. So I decided to start taking nutrition drinks just so I'll keep that fullness in my face and everything else, okay, as I age. And I think that's a good thing to do, you know, as well as taking collagen, you know, because as you age, even before you age every day, but even when you're young, you lose collagen. A lot of people don't know that. And I actually think women lose more collagen than men. I'm not sure, you can research that to find out. But I do know we lose collagen as we age, and you lose more as you continue to age. So at a certain age, you should definitely be replacing your collagen by taking some type of collagen. I use the powder form that is more like organic and stuff, and I put it inside of warm water because I used to do it in milk, but I'm lactose intolerant and allergic to certain dairy products, so I can't do it in milk. So I do it with warm water, which is really disgusting, but I just drink it right now. And I used to take collagen every day, but I do it every other day now because it works better for me by taking collagen every other day and stuff. And the one that I buy is only $17 at Target and at Walmart, but they got different type of collagen, so you want to check that out. And it's different price ranges. I don't look at the price, I look at the ingredients and look to see if they're using grass-fed animals or whatever and things like that. Okay. So collagen, vitamins, a nutrition shake, exercise, self-massages, stretches. Those are all, and being positive are some of the things you can do to age gracefully, as well as being involved with people that helps to encourage positivity, letting go of the negative people and negative things. That includes partners. Okay, a lot of times we age ourselves because we're dealing with nutty fruitcakes. Okay, just plain psycho. We cannot be spending and wasting our time on people that brings out the bad in us, because that plays a role in your health, the way you age, your mentality, and everything else. We have to surround ourselves with more positive people, and certainly in a partner, he needs or she needs to be positive somewhat. I mean, you're not going to be positive every single day, but you know what I'm talking about. Be positive. about things in life. All that negativity don't do nothing but put damage on your heart and mind and body overall. So having positive people in your life aids in aging gracefully, as well as exercising, stretching, massage, correct diet, positive thinking, and having that source that you believe in. Hopefully, the right source, okay, to believe in. All of that plays a tremendous role into aging successfully and gracefully. And I'm not saying that you're not going to still age, because you are. Your cells age every single day, your body, your bones, and everything. But what you can do is slow down certain things and also diminish certain things. Because I'm going to straight up be for real with you guys. A lot of stuff I have not experienced that other people experience. That's why I cannot thumbs up certain videos, because everything does not apply to everybody. I don't believe that you have to get out of bed aching. I don't believe it. I just don't. And just say if you do, I believe you can change that around. I don't believe that because you're aging, you have to look worn out, disgusted, and busted. Just like I don't believe when you get married, you have to look worn out, disgusted, and busted. Or when you have a baby, you don't have to look worn out, disgusted, and busted. I have never played into none of that. People don't even believe I have all the children that I have, because I never played that into my mind. I think you can be whatever you want to be if you work at it. I think you can be healthy if you work at it. Yes, we are going to have certain illness, because like I just said, I have hypertension. I developed it when I was young. Okay. But if you have hypertension, you can be blessed with it like I am. You don't have to be in and out the hospital. You don't have to have uncontrolled high blood pressure. It can be controlled. It's all up to you and how you think, how you live, what you eat, and what you do. Some things I don't do, I don't drink. I never have. I don't even socially drink. Okay? I don't care if other people drink, but the partner that I be with, I just want him to socially drink. Like if he must drink. Okay? I don't smoke. I never have. I mean, I tried smoking cigarettes because everybody else was doing it. The Virginia Slims, just for the look. It didn't work out for me. I'm glad it didn't. So I don't smoke. Okay, I haven't picked up a cigarette since I was 18. Okay? I don't like alcohol, y'all. I don't care what kind it is. Well, it's the only one that I do like is that Stella Rosa Red, but I still don't like it like that. Anytime they pour it in my wine glass, I only drink a little of it just to be still there. I just do that just to blend in with everybody else. That's it. I have never been drunk. I've never been high. Okay, I don't do drugs. Okay, illegal drugs, I don't do those. I barely take medicines. Okay, but the drugs I don't do. I tried one time when I was younger. It didn't work out for me. Okay, I've never been high. Okay, now I do understand some people use that for medical stuff. That's on them, but I don't do no type of drugs. I think all of that stuff that people do contributes to disease, illness, aging gracefully. I really do. Society doesn't tell you the entire truth. Cigarettes ages you. Alcohol does too. My uncle passed away from cirrhosis of the liver when he was still young. He drank every single daggone day. All the daggone time. He was a drunk. All the time. And guess what? He used to say, I don't care, I got to die anyway with something. But when it was time for him to pay up, he didn't want to die. But it was too late. So if you drink, you have to drink socially. And you have to do it in a smart way. Okay, I don't understand why people get drunk anyway. All it does is suppress the stuff and hide stuff. And then when you're sober, it's still there. So what's the purpose of getting drunk? The drunks that I've been around and lived when I was doing live, it was disgusting. They stink. The women were really disgusting. They stunk. I just didn't like them being in my car. And they talk too darn much. Okay? Just tell everything. A drunk ain't crap. Okay? And that's true. So I don't do all of those because it can make health problems worse. Okay? Drinking and smoking. Them cigarettes, besides emphysema, cancer, and all that, it ages you quicker. It promotes wrinkles. It does a lot of different things, and people still insist on smoking. I could never go buy cigarettes, okay? For one thing, I could be doing something else with my money. Secondly, why are you smoking? All you are doing is making the hospital people more richer and the people who make cigarettes more richer. And then you wonder why you're struggling. If you take all that money you're using and buying alcohol, drugs, and all this other bull crap, hey, real deal, Anita Gill, thank you for coming in. You would be more richer. You would have more money. Okay? You can help more people that deserve to be helped. So no for me to drinking, no for me to smoking and doing drugs. All of these things plays a role into aging gracefully. If some of these things were given up, certain pains and ailments as you age, even when you're young, you would not have. You would not have these things. So try to limit the alcohol. Stop with the smoking if you can, or get help. Okay? Stop with the dang on drugs, because those are not no type of way good for you at all. I have talked to so many people who are druggies, and I try to help them get off of drugs. Okay? Just like alcoholics too. And I try to help them stop drinking. Some people I think I was successful with, but some I know probably right up there doing it again because they never learned. Even my ex that I had years ago, who was in the Marines as well, he had a problem with drugs. Okay, when I met him, he wasn't on drugs, but he got on drugs, and not for me, y'all. I know y'all want to make a joke there. It wasn't for me. But he got on drugs because he was encouraged by his friends. He would not listen because he was older than me anyway. He just would not listen to me because I was younger. Okay. And he got on drugs, went to the military rehabilitation and everything. And this dude still was on drugs. He just would not listen to me. And all the stuff that he had, he lost, including me. Okay. Because drugs do not do nothing good for you. Okay. And I'm a strong individual, as you probably can tell. You can't encourage me to do a daggone thing. He was getting cracked out, smoked out, weed out, and everything else. Shay didn't do none of that. Because I knew that I did not want to be doing all this bull crap. Okay, I knew I didn't, and I didn't either. And him and I didn't work out because he got on those drugs and was doing the most. This is the dude that I told y'all about that used to like to try to fight me, and I wasn't having that. Okay, I wasn't having that at all. All right, so yeah, drugs and stuff, alcohol, abusing alcohol and these drugs and stuff, it causes a lot of problems in relationship, and it definitely causes a lot of problems in you, and it helps you to age the way you age, okay, in a horrible manner, okay, period. And I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. It really does. Everybody I see who gets drunk and stuff and be smoking all damn day and doing drugs, they do not age good. You got 35-year-olds looking 50. You got 50-year-olds looking 70. You got 20-year-olds looking 40. When I was 20, I looked younger. When I was 30, I looked in my 20s. When I was 40, I looked in my 30s. I'm 50s, I look in my 40s. That's the way it should be. We should not be looking 68 and 78 when we were, younger, okay? And we should be looking good. When people say you're looking for your age, I don't even buy hype into that because I'm like, everybody should look good when they age. Everybody should look good when they age. And certainly at 55, 56, you should still be looking good. Why do people play into the hype that when you turn 45 and over, you got to look worn, used up, and worn out? Why do people give into this stuff? I don't understand why people do this. Y'all know what? For the longest, when I was doing my YouTube shopping hauls and stuff, I would say little things in my hauls. If you're a normal watcher of mine, you would know this. And people would always tell me, go ahead and do a live and talk about it. I refused to because I didn't want anybody to know my actual age until somebody brought it out on YouTube, and I didn't want them to, but they did. And since everybody know, I was like, okay, well, I might as well tell people how I age gracefully and why do I look younger and stuff. I don't even feel older. So that's why I don't like it when people use that word old, because I'm not fucking old. Maybe you consider yourself as being old, but I don't. When I get 70, then you can call me old because then I am old. Okay. If I died tomorrow, people would be like, oh, she was too young to die. How can you be hypocritical like that? If I'm fucking old when I'm alive, then I'm fucking old when I died. Okay. Point blank. And then the sad thing about it is that you are going to age. Okay. You are going to age, weirdo. And I say weirdo because it's like some of you people don't even face the fact that you're going to age, and you talk about older people like you're not going to age. That's weird to me. Everybody that's alive will age. Even animals age. Even plants and stuff age. Anything that's alive. If you stay alive long enough, you're going to age. Just hope and pray that you age gracefully. And this is why I did this video to show you all how to age gracefully. You don't have to settle for aches and pains. You don't have to think because you get 50 or 45, you're going to get hypertension or sugar diabetes or all these other things. You know why you get sugar diabetes? Because of your habits. Your habits play a role in why you get sugar diabetes. What you did when you were younger, what you're doing now. Now, some people do have a disposition that makes them more prone to catching sugar diabetes and hypertension. Okay, yes. But I'm talking to the people who don't have that disposition. You know, it's like when I call hypertension, I had it in my family, didn't know it. But I still played a contributing role to catching hypertension because of my actions of staying up all the time, working all these jobs, not going to sleep, hollering, screaming, tripping out over everybody, and being in arguments with my significant other at the time. All of those things are contributing factors into the reason why I caught hypertension. And we need to face these facts too, that we often make things happen. Just like sugar diabetes. Your butt never gonna get no type of health checks, no type of metabolic screening, and then you don't know what your numbers are. So when you got pre-diabetic, you didn't know you was pre-diabetic, so you can try to curb that by changing your diet. So next time you went, you develop full-blown diabetes. If we go to the doctor, get the right screenings, we would know what we are before we catch things. Same thing for some types of cancers. They have warning signs. You have to go to the doctor. This is another part of aging gracefully. I'm talking to you, brown people. You have to go to the doctor and get certain screenings of physicals. At least once a year, you should begin a physical. At least. If you're over a certain age, you should begin a fecal test. You should begin prostate examinations, men. You should begin mammograms, women. Even some men need to get a mammogram, okay? Because some men develop breast cancer, okay? You need to begin your bladder area checked out, your kidneys, cardiovascular check, all of these things. If you have hypertension, you should be seeing a cardiologist at least one time to look at your heart. You should be having an echocardiogram, an EKG, a stress test. You should do all of these things so you can know what your body is doing. Guys, I took my first mammogram at 25 years old before I relocated to Atlanta. And I was too young to have it, but my doctor said go in and take it because I had breast cancer in my family. So it ain't about just waiting till you get old. Some things you have to take before you get older, and you may have to pay for it. Fortunately, I didn't have to pay for mine. Just like your teeth. Y'all talking about y'all losing y'all teeth. When you start getting 40 years old, you should be definitely going to the dentist. Okay? You should be going to the dentist before that. But at 40, 45, you should be going to the dentist at least twice a year. And if you cannot afford to go to the dentist twice a year, go at least once a year to get the exam, the cleaning, and all that. And in between that time, you should be flossing every day. Now, don't do what I did. My butt go overboard with some things. I was flossing too many times and I made my gums sore. So just floss once a day or maybe twice and brush your daggone teeth and tongue and everything that goes with it. And take care of your teeth. When you start getting a certain age, your teeth gets more prone to coming out quicker and, breaking your teeth and things like that, right? So you can do certain things like use certain toothpaste. You can eat certain foods to build up your vitamin, D and all this other stuff, calcium or whatever. And certain candies and stuff you don't need to be chopping on when you start getting 50 years old because your teeth will break. Okay, point blank. Certain foods and stuff that may be hard and shit. So some of y'all like to chew on bones and stuff, which I never do. Stop doing that because it's messing up your teeth. Okay? And take care of your teeth. Fortunately, my gums haven't even receded yet. That's why I say I don't play into all the stuff they tell you. I think a lot of things happen because of the foods we eat and the things we do to encourage things to happen. Point blank. But when your gums do recede, you can still look good with those receding gums by taking care of those actual teeth. And just say you didn't take care of your teeth, you have to go get implants. Okay, you have to get them. Take care of those implants. Still, take care of your teeth because you want to age gracefully in the best manner that you can. Okay, you don't have to be skinny as hell. You don't have to be overweight unless you want to be. You can, whatever weight you choose to be for yourself is what you should be dealing with and making sure you look good, whatever weight you are. Okay. Whatever health regimen you want to do, you should do one that works for yourself and do one that's beneficial for you. Okay. Don't live for other people. Okay. I like being 145, 150, 5'4". I don't want to be 155. I don't want to be 135. Anytime I see my weight going the other way, I start eating more foods, get more calories. If I see myself getting too big, I stop. I saw myself being 155. I knew I had to get back down. Then somebody online called me fat and shit, and then made me think that I was fat. So I actually lost 5 pounds. That's nothing. We got to watch what people say to us too online and stuff like that, because all that stuff feeds into your psyche, even if you say it doesn't. That's why people got to watch what they say to one another. And I'm guilty of saying harmful things to a person, which I apologize. So that's being said, you know. But we also got to watch what we say to people, because when you do it to kids and certain people, like with people who got real low self-esteem, they look at that, and this is what make people be depressed. We have to watch what we do, y'all, for real. And we got to also watch what we tell ourselves, because we can also make ourselves depressed by thinking certain thoughts. I have dealt with depression and have helped a lot of people with depression. Okay. I think that's why the health people, the state agency for our state, for my city out here, offered me a job. But I didn't take it because I don't want to deal with that every day and stuff. I think that's why they offered me a job, because I was real good. I'm still am real good with all that, but we cannot be saying negative words to certain people, okay? Because it feed into their psyche, and it causes them to be depressed, sad, have low self-esteem, and just negative about themselves. And we definitely cannot tell ourselves negative things, because that definitely plays a huge role in our psyche. When we're telling ourselves we can't do stuff. My butt is opposite. I don't really listen to people telling me negative stuff. Sometimes it depends on who it comes from. I may listen to certain things like that fat shit, because I was like, where am I fat at? And subconsciously, even though I wasn't listening to that myself, subconsciously I was, and I had started to eat just one meal, and I lost 5 pounds quickly, y'all. Now I'm trying to gain it back and stuff, because I'm not trying to be 140. I want to stay at 145, 150, point blank. Those 5 pounds plays a huge role, in me, because I'm not a big person, So again, we have to watch what we say to people and things like that, because people take stuff differently than others. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely got to watch what we tell ourselves. We have to tell ourselves more positive information, so we won't be, feeling down, have low self-esteem. That's why a lot of women and men pick these losers as a partner, because they have low self-esteem. I never in my life understood why some women like to be around men who beat the shit out of them. Okay? And when I was younger, I stood with mine, but I was young, y'all. But when your butt start getting 25 and up, you should know better. And certainly when you're 30 something, and don't give me that excuse about you can't take care of yourself. You want to be beat the hell out of. You want to fight a guy. Put yourself in a situation just because he's paying bills. What's wrong with y'all? I'd rather be poor than be in a household with a dude who wants to fight me. I'm not scared of nobody, and I'll fight you back. Not with my hands, but I'll fight you back, dudes. But I don't want to be going through all that. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to go through that? You can have a peaceful life, happy, sunshiny life. Just be joyful versus into an argument with some dude or woman every single day over some bull crap. Okay? Who wants to live like that? So you definitely have to build up your self-esteem. Stop dealing with these losers, cheaters, excessive liars, disrespectful, arrogant. What else? Unfaithful ass people. That should be a no-no. That should be a no-no. Any woman or man who keeps on, the first time you may make a mistake, I don't even like them to cheat one time. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's a wrap. But if it's not a wrap and I decide to give you a second chance, you better not cheat the second time, because it's certainly a wrap. And I don't care how much I'm in love with you or anything else, it's a wrap. Because cheaters are putting you at risk. Risk of disease, risk of getting yourself hurt or you hurting them. So I do not want to be involved with nobody who cheats or fights. I'd rather be bothered with a dude that's poor and we work together than a dude who cheats and fights and disrespects me. Period. Because it's easy to work together with your partner and come up out of poverty to be working with a dude or a woman that wants to fight, argue every single day, cheat, manipulate, control, and be disrespectful and be fighting it. Those are a no-no for me. Period. And I do not tolerate it. Tolerated it when I was younger, the fighting thing. But I don't tolerate none of this stuff now. Period. And we should all be like this, whether you're young or old. And then you would be in a happier life. You would age gracefully and more positively. More positive. That's what you would do. So if you want to age gracefully, clean up your backyard, meaning yourself, all the way. Because it's not about the physical appearance only, it's about the inside appearance. Okay, it's about the thinking and then the outside appearance as well. Okay, it's about your health. You have to take care of your health. You can be cute as ever, fine as ever, but if your health is messed up, what do you have? You can be cute as ever, fine as ever, but if your mind is messed up, then what? It's like having money. You can have a lot of money, but if you're a psychopath and you can't be trusted and you're abusive and everything else, what good are you to anybody? Just like your health. You can be fine as ever and everything else, but if you are unhealthy now I'm not talking about people who may be unhealthy. They have illnesses and stuff because it just can't. I'm talking about people who are unhealthy and doing unhealthy things to cause stuff to happen to themselves. I'm talking about those type of people. If you're unhealthy like that and you got all this illness going on, but you look good and all that stuff, what good is that? You want the total package, and you can have the total package. You can feel good, look good as you want to look for yourself. You can be good on the inside, good mentally, good physically, good mentally, physically, attractive on the outside as well as the inside. Even if you're not rich, you may have a decent job or whatever and everything, just happy. You can age gracefully, you can feel good, and that'll be good for you. That's the way you want to be. You don't always have to have a bunch of money either, because some of the most richest people are the most unhappiest people. And some of these people be unhealthy as well. So all in all, it's all about your mentality. That's what I'm trying to say. And how well you take care of yourself and how you think. And what do you value? That all plays a role in aging gracefully. All of that, everything. The massages, the exercise, all that stuff is just a contributing factor to aging. But that thinking and the things you put in that stomach and in that mouth, those play a huge role in how well you age. And also make sure you get those physicals and take care of your teeth, going to the dentist, getting all the screenings you need. And if you have any medical issues, making sure you address those issues and doing what you need to do to decrease the outcomes of the illness or to eliminate the illness altogether. That turmeric, guys, talk to your doctor about that. Turmeric with common, black pepper, and some other stuff. That reduces inflammation. And when I go do my metabolic screenings test, I'm going to look and see if my inflammation went down, and I'm going to let y'all know if it did. And that way you can tell if the turmeric works. But I'm going to have to admit, though, I have not been taking it every day. So say if it didn't go down a lot, then I may have to just take my turmeric every day. And then when I go back and take another test to see if all the information went down drastically and just see. That's nothing you have to do. When you take those metabolic screenings, you have to keep your other tests so you can compare the numbers yourself. And you can go online, right? And you can research in a medical dictionary online what each test means and break it all the way down so you can understand it. And it will go over your test results before you go over it with your doctor. So when you go to your doctor and they go over the medical test, you'll have a better understanding of it. Okay? And that's how you be able to know more about yourself. You have to know about your body. Physically examine your body yourself at least once a week. Well, I do every day. I mean, but that's obsessive, okay? Every single day I do. But, for you, you can do it once a week. Examine yourself. Make sure everything looks right. You don't have no lumps on you, no weird looking stuff on you. Examine every area. and know about yourself. Go to the doctor, do your checkups. Don't be scared to go to the doctor. Pick a good doctor, though, one that you can trust, one that can talk to you about whatever's going on and can go over stuff with you. Maybe not give you all these meds all the time if you don't really need it, and he can tell you other things to do to reach the same, effects and stuff like that. I mean, effects and stuff. That's what you need, a doctor like that. A doctor like my cardiologist who told me, don't take no inflammation drugs. Because those things like next, whatever that shit is called, they do other things, okay? I may not want to say it anyway, but anyway, that as well as some other inflammatory drugs, it has some drastic side effects. So he told me about the turmeric along with the cumin and black pepper, to take that because that um, reduces or eliminates inflammation as well. And so when I go get my screening, I'll see if it actually did, and I'll let you guys know. Hopefully I don't forget. But definitely get a good doctor that you can trust, like my cardiologist, okay, and stuff. Get one that you can trust and everything. And when you go to the doctor, write down stuff before you get to the doctor that you want to discuss, and try to look up things. Not on that daggone just Google. Look at the medical dictionary and look at that. Go to reputable sites, because everything on Google is not true. Okay, and stop trying to diagnose yourself on Google too, because that's not gonna work. You got to actually be seen. Okay, I mean, the basic stuff you may can, but for real, go to the doctor, please. Go to the dentist. Go to the doctor. Take care of your eyes too, because my eyesight actually improved with aging. Y'all, I'm so weird. Sometimes I try to figure out if I'm actually human, because my eyesight actually improved with aging. Can you believe that? But go get you an eye exam at least once a year. Get the glaucoma test, all that stuff. Let them check for cataracts and everything to make sure you don't have none of that stuff coming on. And if you're supposed to wear glasses, wear them. Okay? Wear them. I have two pair because I don't like bifocals and all that other stuff. So I got two pair of glasses, one for regular seeing, one for reading. I have always did it like that ever since I was in my 30s, because I don't like all them other type of glasses and stuff. And when I got 40 something, they wanted to change to bifocals. I was like, hell no. No way. No lines in my glasses, no nothing and stuff. So I got you know, I got the one with no lines first, but I still didn't like those. So I started separating, get two pair of glasses and stuff. Because I can see without my glasses and stuff. I just need a little help and stuff and everything. So take care of your eyes, because your eyesight diminish as you age as well. So eat the certain foods like carrots and stuff like that. It helps to it's good for your eyes. You look it up, because I'm not getting ready to go into the whole full health seminar and stuff like that with everybody. You have to look up stuff. Stop being lazy. Go online and look it up. Okay, so eat eye enriching foods. Okay, if you need to wear glasses, wear them. If you need to wear reading glasses, wear them. When you're on the computer, definitely wear something, or don't be on it as long, or stay a little bit farther back from the screen. Same thing with the TV. What else for your eyes? I think that's it with the eyes. Oh, you can do eye exercises. Just lift up your eyes, open your eyes and lift them up a couple times per day. Okay. Same thing for your mouth. You can do tongue exercises. They claim that if you do certain tongue exercises, this is allegedly, that it'll help with it'll help you to avoid dementia and Alzheimer's. I don't know how true that is. I just do them anyway, because you can never be wrong. Okay, so I just do the little tongue exercises, and one, you go take your tongue, go all the way around your mouth in one direction, and do it from the other direction. I know this sounds crazy. And then you can stick your tongue out your mouth a couple times, like 10 times, right? They claim that helps with Alzheimer's. Like I said, I don't know how true that is. That's what they say. But I do it anyway because I don't want to do that. Also, reading books and stuff. And since I homeschool and I still do schoolwork and stuff like that, that plays a role in diminishing all this little stuff. And so, yeah, reading, doing puzzles. I still say do schoolwork if you can. I have always liked doing schoolwork. That's why I've been to college and would go back if I could to do a master's degree. And I may go back. I don't know. But anyway, doing all that helps with, I think, Alzheimer's or something like that. So you can do that, do puzzles, word searches, reading, especially reading hard books. That's, hard to pronunciate the words. It's good to do that. The Bible is a good thing to read. Being on YouTube, talking and stuff is good for the mind too, if you're doing positive stuff on YouTube. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. I think I covered everything, y'all. If I didn't, if you go read a book about aging gracefully, you will see a lot of stuff that I said in there, and you may see other things. Read those books, okay? And read Rainston, it's me, Rainston, yes, honey. Read his book on Amazon called Pain Leads to Purpose, Volume 1. Check his books out, okay? I think he got one or two out, but check that book out because it gives you some good pointers. All right. And then, like I said, watch this video, of course, in its entirety, and you got some good information in here. And just go research some things, talk to your doctor, pick some good doctors, ones you can trust, okay, and obtain all the test things that you should have, like your mammogram, like your prostate exams for men, like your analysis and stuff, cardiovascular health checks and stuff, eye exams, dental exams. What else? Bone density, I guess. Um, Stroke risk, cancer risk. All those tests, do them. Do them. Okay, and so you can age gracefully, and you can know about yourself. And sure enough, as I say, you better check your own body out every single week at least. I do mine every day, but you can do yours every week because I'm like a paranoid person about certain things, and brush and floss, every day, of course, twice a day. And get enough sleep. I forgot about that. 7 to 8 or 9 hours of sleep. And that's one thing I got to work on because my butt can stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning and I still get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's not good. That's another reason why I call hypertension to y'all. You cannot be up all damn night and then get up early in the morning and go to work. So I need to start going to bed on time, at least by 1. I cannot go to bed early, y'all. And that myth they say when you get older, you be tired, that's sleepy. No, I don't. Hell, I can stay up almost all night. And be doing stuff. Okay? It's like they say when you get older, you don't want no candy. Shit, I wish. My butt still like candy and still eat it. It's like I like going to the music parks. It's like I like going skating. Just doing everything. I like dancing. I still like hip hop. Everything. So I don't buy into all that foolishness. Some things we do change up, but not everything. The spirit is still the same. The body is the only thing that's aging. Okay? And you can make that age gracefully inside and out. All right, cells are going to age regardless of how old you are, and everything is going to age. So y'all who like to do all this jokes, stop doing those damn jokes because the only way you're not going to age is if your ass die. Okay, and that's the only way. Other than that, or you could be not human and you may not age. But other than that, you are going to age. Okay, just hope you age as gracefully as a lot of people have. All right. With that being said, y'all, excuse my bloopers. Like I told y'all before, that's why I don't get on live where I'm showing myself all the time because my butt makes bloopers and I'm not even on camera like that. This is why I could not be an actress, y'all. That's why I had to change my career because my butt would get on stage and mess up. I have a fear of being in front of people. A lot of people don't know that. Even when I do my TikTok videos, y'all, I do those videos over and over and over and over again. Okay. I'd be like 2 or 3 hours dancing and stuff and doing stuff over because if I start thinking about people watching me, I'll mess up. The same thing on here. Sometimes I can speak very well, and sometimes I just start messing up, and that's why I don't like to be on camera all the time. It's not about low self-esteem. It's just about, I guess it could be low self-esteem in regards to, I think I'm going to mess up. And so I do mess up. And so that's something I'm still working on. And YouTube has helped me out some with that because before I couldn't even get on YouTube at all. Okay, it took a long time for me to do a shopping channel or anything because even when I was in my house and I was decorating real good because I interior decorate too. When I was decorating my house in different styles and stuff, I could never show it because I never wanted to be on camera. And y'all can decorate anyway. See, I like a lot of shit in my place, but when people want me to decorate for them, I decorate the way they tell me to. Like I decorated my daughter's apartment, and she was like, "Let me put all that stuff in my apartment now." And I said, okay. And I decorated it just the way she wanted to have it decorated. So because you see a lot of stuff in my place, it does not mean I decorate like this all the time or I'll decorate somebody else's place like this. It's just that I like a lot of stuff. I really do. And stuff. And then sometimes I'm like, now I'm in the mood to take some things down. That's what I'm doing now. But anyway, so sometimes I mess up. So y'all have to excuse the bloopers because it's not because I cannot talk. It's just because I started thinking about people listening to me and things like that. And then I started getting I'm scared. That's why I cannot sing without having other people on stage with me. One time I sung by myself, y'all. And back then I definitely could sing real good. Nobody even knew it because, and then because I would never show it. Then when I did show it, The little times I did do it, my butt messed up the song. I mean, I was actually shaking in church singing, and I knew they wanted to laugh. I'll never forget that. That was years ago, and I still remember that and stuff. And then, like, even when I would be on a singing out, well, lately it don't matter because I stay hoarse since I've been living in Cali. But before I came out here, I would get on the singing app and I would mess up. And it's all about the mentality. I be thinking people are gonna laugh. I be thinking I'm gonna mess up, and that's why it's still hard for me to get. And then plus, I want everything perfect as well. Hair can't be out of place. Nothing can be out of place. And so those are the things that I deal with. And this is why I don't get online showing myself all the time. I'll do it sometime, but not all the time. Okay. So sometime I'll get online, sometime I won't. So don't ask me. That's all I'm telling you. Because I'm still working through that shyness issue and that somewhat low self-esteem about being in front of people talking. When I did a presentation in college, I almost died on the damn stage. I'm for real. My instructor made me do it over again too and stuff because you hear me when I start talking real fast, right? That's why I talk fast too. I'll speed up high. I'll go faster at times. And when I did that presentation, I was talking so fast he couldn't even understand anything that I said. Okay, neither could anybody else. And I had to go back up there. Well, I'm still up there. He made me do it over again and stopped me in the middle of it and told me to talk slower. So that was fearful for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a little better since then, but I'm still like that. I can never, like, somebody wanted me to do a public speak in Nigeria, right? And I was telling the guy, I cannot get up there and speak about in front of people and stuff. I'll mess up. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to do it. I was so happy that COVID. I wasn't happy about the CV coming, but I was happy that I did not get a chance to go there to speak because I didn't think I could do it. And that's nothing. Thinking stuff, like I said, plays a role in what you do. And this is why my butt still mess up till this day, even when I'm online and I'm not showing myself, as you can see. So any bloopers you heard in this video with the pronunciation of words or whatever the case is, excuse those, okay? For anything else or me speaking too fast, I'm gonna try to speak a little slower in my next live, okay? So y'all, thank you for tuning in. It's time for me to go. Of course, I always go over, gosh, but it's cool because I like talking to y'all. And anytime I can help and give you guys some information, I will. Don't forget about the first things that I talked about, all those little violent acts and stuff with those kids getting one child getting killed. I think it was one in the other article. Listen to that. Y'all can go look that up. Any comments you want to do, you can do it in my in the comment section. And thank you to everybody who dropped in my chat on my live. Thanks to everybody who was in the bushes, and thanks to everybody who is watching this video later. Okay, and you guys have a great remaining Friday. I may come back later. I don't know for sure. If I don't come back later, I'll see you guys on Monday. Otherwise, check out my walkthrough that's coming out on Saturday. Check out my other videos that I have done. And you know what I'm about to say? I'm about to get out of here, guys. Okay. So let me go ahead and what am I doing? So let me go ahead and turn this music up. And y'all know I'm getting ready to go out. Y'all know this. Okay, y'all know. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And leave a comment. And I'll see you guys in my next live. And peace out, y'all. Take care. This is Shay. Out. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day.